Carbon River Coal History. Explore with us the coal mining towns of Wilkeson, Carbonado, Burnett, and the coal mining ghost towns of Melmont, Fairfax, Montezuma, Crocker, and South Willis, Spiketon, and Pittsburgh. Enjoy with us the beauty of the Carbon River Valley. Man-made wonders such as the Carbon Canyon Railroad, the coke ovens, and the Fairfax Bridge, all under the shadow of the mighty Mount Rainier. In this episode, exploring the ghost town of Fairfax. Like Melmont, the remains of Fairfax are found along the Northern Pacific rail line that connected the mining towns in the Carbon River Valley. From the Fairfax Bridge, the town site is approximately 2.5 miles along the State Route 165 and the Fairfax Road. There is a rough, unmarked trail that winds down the hill from the road to the town site. Using historical maps and pictures, we mapped out where we thought the structures to be. Follow us as we bushwhack and discover more than we anticipated.
Fairfax, Washington in 1910 in the Carbon River Valley near Mount Rainier. And this is Fairfax today. The town is mostly gone, and Mother Nature is slowly reclaiming what belongs to her. So come with us as we explore and discover what remains of Fairfax.
This is Fairfax. We have a rail line right here coming back across. Brings us way back up. I'm on another one right here. I'm thinking somewhere over here is the round table that I'm looking for. Okay, we think this is the line that runs us out to the turntable. There is another one that runs over here, and then over here there's a line that's running there too. So we will be back. This is the foundation for the railroad turntable for turning the locomotives around. You can see a rail line. This one went further up to Upper Fairfax and Montezuma. And you can see the rail line right here comes in and would have come right in this whole area right here would have been the roundhouse. And then right here is the rail line that came in and went across town and through the river to the workings on the other side. So somewhere right over here is going to be the foundation to the rail station.
This is a drone flight over the town site. Coming up, you can see the rail line I just referenced crossing diagonally from right to left as it intersects the town.
All right, that's where we were, right over here, that tree. We walked over this way to the rail line, and here is the foundation of the train station. It's right up on the rail line, buried up underneath these weeds. It's going to be hard to find pretty soon if we don't do something about that. We'll walk up in here. Here's the town site. And here's that foundation. I've got this pinned and marked so I can make that measurement to over there. As we continue out, this would have been on the way up to Montezuma Upper Fairfax. This rail line continues out beyond the edge of this side and crosses the river to the other workings. Somewhere over there is the hotel, and somewhere back in there is the remains of the swimming pool. This was the town site here, and we had mine workings over here back up against the hillside.
And now, a deeper look at the town of Fairfax. Fairfax was established in 1896, a company town that was owned and managed by the Western American Coal Company in conjunction with the Northern Pacific Railroad until 1907. It was then bought by W.R. Rust, who continued operations until 1925. The town was all but abandoned by 1930. Close observance of historic photos show the town buildings increase and change over the 20-plus years Fairfax was at its peak. The first school shown is the building with a fence in the left center. Then the remodeled school is seen in the back left of the second picture. The hotel shown here in the first picture was likely taken before the hotel was painted white and the word hotel painted on its side. The newer hotel is seen in the center of the second picture. The coke ovens in what we believe to be earlier pictures have a wood cover over them. The later picture shows them uncovered with a set of rails on top. This would have been so coal could be loaded into the ovens by a rail cart. Fairfax town life. If you were a miner coming to work in Fairfax, you would most likely arrive by train. The 488 and the 673 engines would make the trip from South Prairie to Fairfax twice a day. Once in town, you would likely stay in the hotel until a company house was available. When a house was available, your family would be able to join you in Fairfax. They would also arrive by train and stop at the train depot shown in the pictures. After moving in, your children might walk to school at the schoolhouse at the end of town, and your wife might walk to Brem's store to gather groceries and the mail. Then she might return home to do chores and make the family meal. Many families had livestock and poultry that would provide fresh eggs and meat. A local butcher shop across from the hotel would likely be a regular stopping point. After a long day working in the mine, you would walk back to your home for a home-cooked meal and a bath. Coal mining was a dirty job, and miners would be covered in black coal dust by the end of the day. If you were on the baseball team, you would don your uniform and head to the baseball field. It's likely the whole town would show up to cheer on their home team. The neighboring sawmill town of Manly Moor had a baseball team that was likely the opposing team. Fairfax was said to be the prettiest town along the river valley, and much was done to encourage community life. Social events like horse races and clam banks, along with the baseball field and even a community pool, were all part of what made Fairfax a desirable place to be in this isolated valley. Let's get back to our exploration of the Fairfax town site.
You can kind of make it out right here. That's the foundation of the pool. We're going to make our way. There's some metal coming out of the ground right here next to this pit. Look. Got some culvert pipe right there, drain pipe. Lots of some kind of concrete. Looks like it had pipe running in it at one time. It's right here in front of the pool. It's over there. It's all nice and flat out here. This would have been the schoolyard over here. All right, we've made it to the school pool. Good sized pool. Probably 50, 60 feet long. You can see the stairs going down into it right here. You can see the edge of the walkway here coming down. Stairs coming down. Get back and take a look at the pool. Here we go. Here's some more foundations to something. There's some bricks right here. You can see it. concrete foundation. Another one here. This backside, there's one at the corner over here. Here we go. Another corner foundation right here. There's the pool. And we have a foundation right there. Okay, so now we've finished checking out the pool. We're going to come straight across and head about this direction here. We're going to go look for the coke ovens over there somewhere. I don't know if you can see it or tell it, but right here there appears to be a long line raised up here. So I think this might be the coke ovens. Well, we are in central here, probably from a coal bunker maybe. We got 3 or 4 or 5 right here, 3 right here, 1, 2, 3, 4 foundations over here. This is right over there for sure now are the coke ovens. Right here, there were 60 coke ovens here, 407 total up in the Carbon Valley. All right, we got more foundations here. Washing house, the coal bunkers. And then you can see over there that ridge line, that's the beehive coke ovens. They're stretched all the way down here. We've got some big old foundations over here in the wood line. I'm not sure what that is, but what's really cool is this open pit right here.
It's definitely cut out. It's definitely a man-made pool. It's definitely full of water. We don't know what it is yet. We're gonna.
If anybody knows, let me know. All kinds of stuff. We have what looks to be like a ventilation fan right here. Maybe a ventilation fan, some kind of steel work. It's heavier. Oh, gee, that's really solid. Big heavy equipment. There's some more foundation stones right here. So we're right in the middle of the coal washing, coal production area here at the Fairfax site. It's time to be very careful walking around on the ground out here. You never know what you're going to run into. Okay, we've made it to the sunny side of the coke ovens. So we got a pin marked where they are. I'll put this on a map and we can pinpoint that. You can see an oven right here on top. Let's see if we can get up and climb into here and take a look at this. Look at the coloring in here. Yeah. There was 60 beehive oven here. Look how torn up that is in there. There was a rail line on top that came around and dropped coal into the opening here, and they closed it up and burned down and made coke. We have been to the coke ovens in Crocker, and we've been to the coke ovens in Wilkson, and now we're at the coke ovens here in Fairfax.
There.
Got a cutout in it right there.
Looks like it's got an old screw or.
Yeah, that's an oven door.
There's a really good opening right there.
All right, I think I spotted the end of the coke ovens right there, right about here. Let's take a look at where we are. We came across the stream on this tree log right here. Wasn't the easiest to do, but we got across it. And they're going way up there. You can see the long line of the ovens here. It's a beautiful day out here. I got beautiful skies. I'm walking to get to the end of the coke oven so I could pin them on my map and look down and see this big old block of slag. I believe that slag, it's all crunchy. It's all slag left over from the coke oven there. At the end of the coke ovens here, raised bed right here, continues back. There's another raised bed right over here. This would have been inside of a shed. That might have been on the side of the shed or inside of it, I'm not sure. Can't tell by the picture that I have of the area.
Here's this concrete beam, middle of this watery, kind of swampy area. We don't know exactly what it's for or why it's there.
In our exploration today, this is our route through the townsite and industrial workings of Fairfax. I captured several GPS pin locations on our exploration and recorded them in this table. From those GPS locations, I made a few rough townsite measurements taken from Google Earth.
Thank you for joining us on this exploration of Fairfax. We hope you've enjoyed learning about it as much as we have. If you have, please consider liking, subscribing, and commenting on this video.